Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great day today. It gives me no pleasure to do this next Facebook Live video because I generally don't want to talk about the candidates who are running in this May 8th at the Republican convention. It gives me no pleasure whatsoever. And I'm not saying this stuff to be vindictive or anything. But I do think it is important for you all to know that the information before you vote for these folks on May the 8th at the Republican convention, which is going to be held in 37 different locations across the state on May the 8th of this year. And by the way, if you want to participate in that, and you're in Virginia and you're Republican, and you want to participate in the nomination process for governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general, that convention to be held on May the 8th, you've got to sign up ahead of time. You got to sign up. The deadlines are fast approaching for a lot of these localities. Many of these localities have already had their deadlines if you want to participate. But go on to the RPV's website here in Virginia, and you'll find out, get the link to your locality, your local Republican committee, so you can get signed up to vote on May the 8th. Anyway, when I was running in 2018, I got the Republican nomination for the United States Senate to run against Tim Kaine in 2018. And I heard a lot of grief. I got a lot of grief from the media, of course. They don't like, especially Trump Republicans, but like myself, they don't like any kind of Republicans. And then, of course, Democrats. And the Democrats made all sorts of unfounded, untrue accusations about me and my views and so forth. But that was to be expected because, of course, your Democratic opponent, their job is to try to take you down. And in the case of Democrats, they don't mind lying. So that was totally expected that they were going to do something like that. But what wasn't not expected is that when somebody in your own party buys the Democratic line and actually works against you, that is something that is really reprehensible, and it's certainly not something that you should have to deal with. Once you get the nomination, before the nomination, as you're running for, the nomination, of course, you're going into battle with your opponents and their allies. So that's, people say stuff. That's part of the whole thing. But once the nomination is over, you should get in line. And if you're not going to support the Republican candidate, at least you shouldn't be working against them, especially when, I was running against Tim Kaine, for goodness sakes. Now, if you're going to do that, then you need to understand that if you're not going to support the Republican candidate, then you can't run yourself again. And then expect people to support you when you didn't support them when they were, when they had the Republican nomination. And that person I'm talking about is Winsome Sears. Now, I know she's been going around the state. She's sounding very conservative. She sounds like a conservative. But you need to know that when I was running against Tim Kaine, Winsome Sears joined essentially, with the Democrats in opposing my election for U.S. Senate. And she did that by running a write-in campaign against me. She bought the Democratic line. They said all sorts of nasty things about me. She repeated those lies and then did this moribund, write-in campaign against me. Now, the truth is that, she got so few votes, it wasn't going to make any difference anyway. All right, that's true from that perspective. But it was a bigger problem from a PR perspective because here I had a Republican, an elected official Republican, by the way, she was in the General Assembly, who was going around saying all the slanderous stuff about me, and then, of course, running a write-in campaign against me. And, of course, that was just fodder for the left-wing media who just bought the stuff up. So I just want to let you know that. And if you see Winsome Sears, as she's going around trying to get your vote in the May 8th primary, you need to ask her that question, why she did such a thing. Because that is not being a loyal Republican. It is something that damaged me significantly, and it is something that she needs to be accountable for. Okay, folks, you have a great day. Talk to you soon.